Hello, everyone, and welcome to 1000 Gurus. Today,
Woo! So I'm just gonna be annoying all the
we're going to
time.
have the first one.
Good.
Today, my guest is my good friend, Yerson Ochoa.
Here.
Woo!
Hi.
Clap.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Did it
Thank you.
prematurely. It's fine.
Woo!
Cool. Yeah, this will be fun. So the audience I just read your bio to the audience. So I'll go into what I know about you and then we can go straight into it. So what I know is that you moved here from Peru several years ago. When I met you, you barely spoke any English, but you spoke dance very fluently. Yeah. We were on choreos together, the K-pop dance team at UCLA for a couple years, and I followed your dance career as a friend, and then now you're teaching all over. You speak better English, and
Right.
yeah, and I know that your students really love you as an instructor because of your joy and energy. I've obviously taken several of your classes,
Oh.
and you're one of my favorite dancers and inspirations. So I'm lucky to have you on the show. So yeah, anything else we should know about you?
Oh,
Just on the jump.
oh, yeah. The when we were in choreos, you actually ignored me. That's something that people should know.
Oh yeah.
But I guess it's because my English. Well, I would say my English is it got better, but it's still like
Yeah.
having problems with the pronunciation. So if something doesn't make sense, please make don't lie to me. Just
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
me. You know.
yeah. For the audience, if you can't understand, just go back
Yeah.
15 seconds and
And
then
try
read the
again.
transcript. Yeah, I'll. Maybe we don't know if the transcript will pick up his English, but
Or
we'll try.
some subtitles
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be. Yeah,
exactly.
please. If I speak Spanish for no reason.
Yeah, just we'll go into Spanish mode. Cool. Anyways, so actually, aside from that, any other clarifications we should know about you, Yerson?
Yeah, I mean, of course, my main thing was being a dancer over here, but I have any kind of jobs before,
Yeah.
so I have like a double life for some parts. Lately, not. I'm just right now. I'm just taking my time in dance, teaching, and sharing performances. But that most of it. Oh, I'm not that interested. I guess.
You're like, I just dance. It's fine.
Yeah, I love to dance and I love to share energy with people. So I've been in all the K-pop teams in
Yeah.
the
Literally every team.
no, not all of them,
Literally
right?
every
There's
team.
more than
Dance
what
with
I
every
thought.
team.
Yeah, I'm trying. I tried. Most of the people, most of my people, most of our generation of Koreans, they disappear from different people,
Yeah.
different groups. So yeah, I just wanted to see them again. I had to dance with it.
Oh, so he just misses us basically.
Yeah, bro. Friendship is something very important for me, though. So
Gotcha.
I like to feel that I have them next to me and I'm always in touch. And yeah, if not, I kind of feel alone, like,
Mm.
yeah, and it sucks.
So for those not in the K-pop dance cover community, right? You guys will notice from season one, if you listen to all of the episodes, all of my guests are either dancers, people I've danced with, or my dance students. But we're all covering different topics. But on that note, Yerson is by far probably one of my I can say one of my favorite dancers, but almost objectively one of the best dancers I know. And that there's a reason why he's on every project team in SoCal is because everyone's like, yeah, he's good. We need him. We want him. And then Yerson just
Mm,
wants to say yes to everything. So he
that's a
sometimes
problem too.
can never say yes to everything because it's yes to everything.
Yeah,
So he's
that's
super
actually a
busy.
problem.
But it's just a testament to you guys to know that Yerson's actually like top tier dancer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I have this situation like I don't know what's the name exactly in English, but I will try to speak it to say it.
Mm.
Impostor.
Imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Mm,
So I still don't believe that,
yeah.
but thank you.
Yeah, yeah, he's like, "I don't believe it, but I appreciate it."
Yeah, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, so good. Trust me, you guys will see if you look at his Instagram, see him dance, you'll be like, "Yeah, he wasn't lying. He's good. He's good." Anyways, I wanna go into our first topic,
Mm.
which is basically, like, your dance journey. So, obviously, a big thing that we're gonna talk about is dance. That's one of the biggest things you're into. How did you get into dance? Well, I guess before that, like, what's your general background, and then how did you get into dance?
Oh, this is interesting even for me because I have no memory about it.
You blacked out?
Uh, yeah, I was a kid though. My mom showed me a picture
Yeah.
when she's a teacher.
Mhm.
She's a school teacher. Like I don't know how it works here, but I think she taught like kindergarten, elementary school, and high school maybe. So there is photos of me like my with my outfit of folk music,
Mhm.
folk dance with her students. So imagine like 12, 10, 12 years old
Mm.
and a kid of 6 years old. So that was me.
Oh.
So I would say that since there I've been always like close to dance. Even like whatever it could, I had to dance, I would dance. It was more fun than read books. So from 12 around, I discovered that what it was breakdance. I'm not sure if it was because of step up music,
Yeah, yeah,
step up movies,
yeah.
but I started like trying to be a b-boy, and I push all the carpets and all the
Furniture.
tables,
Yeah, yeah.
and we in the corner of the school we like trying to do something called breakdance. Yeah, we no culture, no nothing. I'm coming from a small city, so we don't know nothing about dance. We just dancing, moving, right? And I remember, like, yeah, my teacher was like, "If you show me what you do, I let you pass." I'm like, okay, sure, that's
Mm.
super easy, and we make a show for the whole class.
Oh.
Yeah, me and my friends, of course. So I think I will say from 11, maybe I've been touching like beat by beat dancing, but I get into a group. My 13 years old, this group, it was just more like salsa or like tropical music and moving like that. Nothing like underground like hip hop or locking or popping like these disciplines. It
Mhm.
was mostly for fun. I take it for a while, performing a lot, shows everywhere, all kind of floors, and it gave me a lot of like confidence in myself until I found K-pop. That is when one of my friends, my mates from that team was like, "Hey, I show you this," and he showed me Infinite Paradise.
Infinite.
And just about sorry, the dance practice, and the dance practice is just the garage door, the
Yeah.
garage, yeah, the room, and
Yeah.
they like with sweatpants and yeah, we're off it. So I'm like, oh, nice dance team.
Mhm.
Until we have almost the last practice, and he told me like, they actually sing, so we have to like lip syncing. Wait, what?
Mm.
Yeah, this is K-pop. This has a community, and it was a small community, but super like hidden
Yeah.
in my city. That is when I start my journey.
Yeah.
Once I get into K-pop, everything opened in my head. Like this is hip hop, this is locking, this is walking, and I wanted to learn more until like leave high school.
Mm.
Right, I finished. I didn't know what to do. I was lying myself like I want to study this, but it was actually what my friends told me to do. And yeah, opportunities happen. Like, hey, there is a one competition this way in this city, but you have to come and move for a while because we had to train for months. It's actually the HHI,
Mm.
Hip Hop International. The prelim, the first, damn it, first filter in Peru. So you had
Mm.
to choose the best in Peru, supposedly. And I comment to my dad, army guy, and I was so scary. And he was like, I knew it. I go, what do you mean I knew it? This is something funny. I don't know if I can touch it, but my dad gave me the money for paying the college, something like that. It's something studios that I was doing.
Stereo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was feeling bad in the morning, like that. I actually don't want to be there, right? But that was on my head. I was scared to tell him that I want to like be a dancer,
Mhm.
you know. And so I went to his work, and my dad was in front of all the people. And dad, can we talk? Like, what are you doing here? No, can we talk in another place? No, tell me what are you doing here. I want to talk to you. He was angry, bro. He even couldn't look at me. Like we're
Mhm.
talking a guy taller than me and double big, and like,
Mm.
that this is the money that you give me in the morning. I want to move to Arequipa, the other city where he's coming from, also, and there's opportunity in dance, and I want to take it serious.
Mm.
But I'm gonna pay my stuff. I tell him, when I find a job, I will make it through. And my dad was like super angry. I just remember saw his hand because I was looking to the floor, and he was like, and he said, "I knew it. I knew it. It's okay. If you have to do it, you have to fall to learn. Just do it.
Mm.
Whatever we're gonna be at home." I never in my in life could believe that my dad would say that.
Mm.
So that's where I like actually pay attention to dance and getting to training and force myself to don't give up because my dad trusts me to do it. So yeah, it's something in your head to tell
Mhm.
you like you have to keep going, you have to keep going. It's hard, but you choose this. Nobody chooses it for you. Yeah. 5 years ago, I moved to USA with the same idea, like same competition. By the way, we won for 5 years consecutive in Peru,
Yeah.
but we never had the money to come here. I know we never take it serious. I had a life over there. I was like, what if? So I saved money. I came to USA and I fell in love with the people. I would say the reason why I stay here was like everybody has a new story. And when it's for me, dance is more like express yourself, and you can lie with words, you can lie with your face, but when you dance and you're moving, I can see through you.
It's honest.
It's so honest though. It's something that nobody pay attention that they can lie. And when they doing a cipher or freestyle or performing, it's like, damn, that person is more than what he also thinks. Like it's amazing. So yeah, these experiences made me believe like I can do more here because I'm feeling one of them. I never feel understood in Peru, but here there is gonna be someone who wanna understand what I'm saying. And yeah,
Nice. So you were like chasing a dream, and then you kind of made that decision. Your parents, allowed you to go, and then you kind of like, okay, this is a serious thing. And then also being here, you kind of found like that community and like other people that are similar.
yes.
Mm,
Similar, and it's cute. It's cute how to see them like they're similar to me, but they totally have a different
of
lifestyle.
course, yeah, different background, different life. Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
So I want to ask, as a dancer, and again, it's okay. So more backstory for Yerson. It's like a lot of people in our community are mostly cover dancers. They learn dances online and then, they dance. And I guess for people who have different dance backgrounds, like more formal training or have teachers and learn foundational styles, you can tell, like, okay, this person, obviously they started with cover dancing. You can tell that's their foundation. But Yerson does a lot of different styles. And it shows when he dances. Like, he's not just he just copies the movements. Like, he actually knows the style, the foundations, the technique. And that's what
Try.
sets him apart. So, how did you? So I know you said you saw Infinite and then you started to get into K-pop and then it opened your eyes to different styles. Then you started to compete like in HHI. How did you get into like these other different styles? And then what's your approach to dance? Because I feel like that is something that separates you from other dancers that I know. You have a different approach.
I Yeah, this is what it happens also in my city. If you're a locker, you're a locker. If you are a b-boy, you have your group of b-boy.
Mm,
If you're a K-popper, you're a K-popper. So tax. Everyone like wanna be part of something.
mm,
I love dance. So I see dance as a one thing, right? And yeah, when you love something, you want to know everything
all
about it.
about it, yeah.
All about it. Like doesn't matter what kind of dance, you just want to learn it. Or that was me. And I was always trying to in my city, there is a park and you always gonna see like K-popers on one side. In the center was a b-boying because it was a circle and they had the ciphers.
Right.
Some people dance in saya. That is something Bolivian and Peruvian culture. Like it's more like folk. And nobody met each other.
Mm,
And
they
nobody has the
separated.
guts to like, hey,
Yeah,
let's do
yeah.
something together.
Right.
Yeah, it was funny because there were choreographies on K-pop that we need back b-boyings.
Mm,
And they are like, I don't dance K-pop.
mhm.
It's the same.
Yeah, yeah. It comes from everything. It's inspired by everything. Like if you
Yeah.
look at K-pop as a whole, it's drawn from different genres of music, and the dancing is drawn from a lot of different styles of dance. So you can't say that they're separate when
Not at
it's like
all.
they're based on each other.
They depend each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
It's pop music.
Mhm.
So whatever is like trend, they're gonna add it into pop and into K-pop. So that means that they're gonna need that kind of style dancers. So even the new K-pop idols, they have to train like foundation and stuff. So I was always like open my people, like my students and everything. Like if you want to learn more about this dance, you should get into a little bit of foundation just to feel better when you're moving. So I'm not saying like just learning a choreography is bad. I totally like I'm happy for those people because they find something that they like to do. So that's good. But if they start complaining about like why I cannot get better,
Mm,
yeah, it's because you're pointing at the wrong place. You're pointing at people who also are training about it instead of pointing people who live with it already. Like if you're watching, I don't know. Oh, Chungha is a good example though. She's a walker. She's a walker. She does bow too, and she did that before
where's
being
she
an
from?
idol.
Is she from America or somewhere else?
I don't remember, buddy. I have no knowledge about her, like all her background. I
Yeah.
just love the idea that when she was doing her TV show,
Yeah.
like she had a program for Iowa, no 101, right?
Oh, 101. Oh, so she was on the like a show.
Yeah, IOI maybe that
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
the
That
group.
show, Produce
The
101?
Yeah, Produce 101.
Something like
Yeah,
that?
I think it was Produce
I
101,
don't
something
watch
like
that.
that for the girls. Same neither. But yeah, she was in the finalist. Also
Mm.
with Somi
Yeah,
and
yeah,
some
yeah.
people more, right?
Yeah.
But she was a walker. And so every time that they were at a dance battle, she showed that she's a walker
That's cool.
and inspire people to learn about walking.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a lot of walkers that respect her because that. So me as a K-popper, I wanna like do show how the choreography could be, and that doesn't depend how much times I'm gonna see the video. So that doesn't gonna help. It's more like I have to get into the song,
Yeah.
into the choreography. What is the style? Who is the choreographer? What he wants to say with this choreography? Or interpret it as my own and give it a new emotion. So that's what I like K-pop. It's so open and I love it. Like have everything from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's my point of view of K-pop. I see it more as a choreography and theatrical
Mm.
motion than actually like dancing competition and stuff.
Yeah. What I like about that, what you're just saying, I guess in general, just to sum it up, it's like dance, the way you approach it, it's not so segmented of like just this style, just this style. Like dance as a whole, you can learn and really understand each style, appreciate it, and if you can do that, it'll improve you as a dancer, right? Rather than those people who are just like, oh, I just want to improve, but it's like, well, what are you doing outside of just K-pop dance or choreography? And then even then, when you're watching K-pop choreography, it's not just doing the movements because
No.
there are intention behind the movements. There's technique and
Yeah.
foundation and history behind the movements. And if you can understand and train and learn those things, that'll make you better dancer, like on a deeper level. And I think it'll translate because that knowledge adds to when you learn other stuff later on because you don't reach the ceiling of, oh, I can't get any better, because when you learn all the foundation, your ceiling gets higher.
Yes.
Mhm.
And there is no stop.
Yeah.
That's something that people is still struggling with. Like, when I gonna get better enough? It's because there's no stop. Music, dance is like evolutioning all the time.
Mhm.
Even right now, somebody's creating a new move or probably a new style. Like it was like Life Feed that it came from nowhere
Yeah,
and
life feet.
he was so popular because YouTube, like stuff like that.
Mhm.
So he create every day, right? So dance for me was what you said is like whole thing. So if I say no to some new kind of movement, am I actually
Mhm.
I love to dance or I just love to do K-pop
Yeah.
or I just love to do locking? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't like to stop myself, my creativity. And training for those people who wants to train is not just to learn new choreographies, it's getting to it, like each style. Because that, as you said, make you better dancer, make you better like have more foundation, right? But I don't see it like a competition like that. I just talked with my friend about it. I see it like you like to do something. You really like to do like any sport, whatever. And you start seeing like, damn, I want to do more. I want to do more. And when it's do more, it start getting bored because it's always the same. And I want more challenge. You add something new. You add some news, new rules. You add some equipment. You pay for better clothes, better shoes, or better stuff, to do it better, right? To play better. And from nowhere, you start playing in competitions and going to somewhere like professional because you like it, right? So same for dance. You like this, go deeper, and you start going deeper, and that's me, right? I like this. Damn, I want to do this choreography of Rice perfectly. I should go where who is the choreographer. It looks like house, so I should take classes house before like my shows. Like I need to remember my groove. Oh, this has like more jazz. I have to go and try jazz, even that is not my strong part. But I want to feel into it before I actually perform. Yeah. So that's why I respect foundation with this
Yeah.
dance. But yeah, it's for people who want to train, get into the choreography, not just what you watch, not just the idols.
Yeah. More stuff. I love it. Okay. I don't want to touch anything else. If you really need more advice on that, rewind this part because that was gold. Let's go into K-pop.
Oh,
So I know we've talked about K-pop, but you and I have been to K-pop for a while. You said Infinite was the first thing you listened to. Do you know what year that was, or do you know how old you were?
I'm not sure it was 14 or
2014.
13.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds about maybe 12 at the earliest. 2012. Because when
basically.
I was in college, I was watching Infinite too. They were like 2011, 2013, maybe. But yeah, maybe it was 2013 when you saw it.
I remember my team were talking about a lot Infinite and Shiny.
Oh yeah, Shiny. Yeah.
Yes, the Shiny was part of my evolution of
Yeah,
dancer too.
also my era. So I guess we kind of went into like how it influenced you as a dancer because it opened you up to like more dancing and all this other stuff. Um I guess and we also touched on my next question, which was like if people who want to get into more dancing and not just K-pop, again, rewind this section. But I guess like what have you okay, so I guess we can go into dance instruction. So you are a dance teacher.
Uh,
I think you're one of the best dance teachers in OC, in my opinion. But because you have really good energy and you really like want to inspire people, but also you live by example of being that good dancer. What what have you well, I guess two questions. What advice would you have for beginners? Because you teach a lot of beginners, obviously, and then obviously more advanced, but for like beginners, to get into K-pop dance. And then two, what have you learned as a dance teacher? Because I know you've been teaching for several years now. I'm sure you've like, if you had to redo it all and become a better teacher, like what would you do differently?
oh, well, for my beginner people,
Yeah.
as always said it. Uh, well, they took the decision to be in a class. Be proud of it. It's so hard to find the brave on yourself, the courage to go out from home and decide to be in a public space and learn a choreo that you know that you're gonna suck.
So
You-
uncomfortable. You're gonna suck for sure.
and don't be afraid of that
Yeah.
because there is so much styles that it comes from mistakes. It comes from, oh, I cannot move my body like that. I'm trying. Oh, actually that looks better. And boom, it create a new style. I think locking is a good example.
Mhm.
It comes from someone that
Mistake and be
he
like,
couldn't
oops.
move. He
Yeah.
said like, I actually have two left legs, and I, oh, and he started doing the locking, right? Because he couldn't make a fluid step, so he was more sharp. And there's a lock, and boom, new style.
New
So
style.
all my beginners have to understand that you should take your ego out because it's not your friend at the moment, and invite your child. Because you know when you're child, you don't care what is happening around. You just jump
Just
into,
doing it. Yeah.
yeah, into lava and you find
You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna try
oh,
things.
it just burn a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but same.
Yeah.
Like go there, go with the child mentality, like let's have fun. Is everything what it happens is stay in my room, in this room, and that's it. And he's gonna start to seeing the improve everywhere, every day. Don't force yourself to do something that you don't want to. But if you decide to be there, it's probably you want it. So don't go against your what you want.
Right, right. You know that saying? I love saying this to like my students is like, you can't look good and get better at the same time, right? Because people are trying to like, oh, I want to look really good. Like, you're not gonna look good. Do you want to get better though? If you want to get better, then stop trying to think about trying to be good, look good, be the best. Like, just be a beginner. Like, be a student, be a little child, and just do it and learn and like have fun.
Yeah, I feel like if you had that mentality, like I want to look good, you're gonna get in a moment like what is good. Everyone has different perspectives, and some people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too less. You should do this. You should do that," and you're gonna like destroy your perception and start creating a new. Oh, I want this, and tomorrow I want that.
Mhm,
I'm never gonna get the perfection. So I would say like, how do you feel with this, right? Because I feel like to look good, to look cool, you just have to do what you like and get into that emotion because you're gonna project that and you're gonna make it look good. You know what I'm saying? Like people who does wear like weird clothes,
mhm, mhm.
they so confident on
Yeah,
themselves,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And yeah, and that make us to see like, oh, this actually look good clothes.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to buy that
It's
thing.
the confidence, right?
The
It's the
confidence side.
confidence. You can do weirder stuff, but like you're confident, and then people will think, "Wait, it looks good." Like, yeah, obviously, nothing changed except my confidence.
Exactly, nothing changed. So
Yeah,
dance is so like open.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, think about perfection and like look good is really risky.
Mhm.
So I would say just go for the moment when you decide to have fun in the class and keep it that in mind even when you are an intermediate dancer because that's the safe way to keep learning though. doesn't hurt.
Mm. What about like what have you learned as a teacher for these past few years? Some of the best lessons or mistakes or things you would do differently?
Okay, I never knew how much I know about teaching until one of my friends come from Peru. Is here. He's
Mhm.
here again, and he stopped by one of my two classes maybe. And after when I dropped him out, he was like, "Bro, I really admire how you teach. Like, why? I just had fun, right?" I was like, "What he's talking about?" And he started to point it out. The way that you can see everyone and you take care of the person who is actually having a lot of problems. You focus on people to cheer them up instead of like be perfect and keep the energy all the way up, even when the people is really quiet. Like how you calm down your movements to make more understandable for everybody, because that means a lot. Like you put your ego out, you focus on their their mentality, if they are doing right or not. And that's something that people doesn't do. And like, wow, that's a nice perception. I even didn't notice it. I do it just normally, because
Like naturally
naturally, because I wish when I was learning dance I could have a teacher
have
like
that
that.
teacher just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like how I wish I could be traded when I start dancing. I just project it now. So instead of like be part of the problem, I just want to be like, okay, if this side doesn't work for you guys, I remember that I have a new weird perception of dancing, so I need a special treatment to learn something. I will do that for my students too. I want to explain it in one way, and I had to change everything and give another explanation. I will do it until I can see in their eyes like, oh,
Mm.
that feeling like, oh, made me feel so more released. Like, okay, keep moving.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I feel like the best advice that I had: take different classes, different teachers, different culture. Like, else everyone has different method, and add the good things to yourself,
Learn from those teachers.
because how we teach, people learn, and they gonna stuck within the head. And instead of thinking like I'm gonna keep it on myself and this is how I teach and I wanna share with nobody, it's more share it, because they someday gonna be like that, and it's gonna be a culture, and all the teachers gonna be like that. So that's the best thing
Yeah.
that I ever had.
The reason why I love teachers in every industry or field, right? Especially like, we are dance teachers, is that's how you change a culture generation is you add into one person, into 10 people, 12 people at a time. You're building the type of people you want to see in the future, right? The way you teach, the way you give to other people. And to your point, being that teacher that you would have wanted to have, I think that's what separates you and a lot of good teachers or mentors, or those figures that we look up to, is they tried to be that person that they wish that they had growing up. And I think if you can serve that instead of your own ego and like, oh, I want to look good and my classes are hard, and the kids should just keep up, and that's how I know they're worth my time. It's like, no, like be the person that you would want it to be as a beginner. And if you add that value to your students, then your students will enjoy your class and really look up to you as a person, rather than just, oh, that guy's just good but he's also kind of a jerk you know
Yeah, and even that, like, don't make it as your priority. Don't think like they have to admire me,
Mm,
because that's also against you in the
exactly.
future. But um more than just think about like how would like to teacher teach me how to move, it's more like think about the future though, because they're gonna learn something, but not just dance. They also gonna start creating a new lifestyle, and it depends on the teacher to show him like sometimes it hurts, sometimes it's kind of depressing to don't grow up. So yeah, but be safe. Go this way because it's safe, and him gonna teach his friends that
Same thing.
you create a new generation with new safe people for
Yeah.
dancing, right? So that's my goal actually.
Yeah.
That's
i
my goal as a teacher
i
though.
love that. I think that's what I do too. Like when I think of teaching, For me, it's like 80%, 20% dancing, 80% coaching, 80% like mentoring guidance of like how your brain works. 'Cause I teach students, I'm like, look, you're a beginner. You're not going to dance like me or a K-pop idol in like
No
2 days,
wonder.
right?
Yeah, no
But what
wonder.
I can teach you is I can help you learn the right mindsets, the right way to approach dance, the way to be a beginner and how to love dance so that you can start teaching yourself and then motivate yourself to go to more classes. Because you're not going to become a great dancer just from me, but if I can teach you to open your mind a little bit, you can find your own path yourself and then you'll grow the right way.
Yeah, I did some mistakes when I was teaching at the beginning. So I get, for people who's teaching already, don't be afraid to try new things. If you feel like, oh, I did bad this day, don't hurt yourself too much. You have next week, do better.
Yeah.
Just like,
Keep
don't
going.
even think about it. Like, yeah, people gonna forget too. That's why sometimes you actually have to repeat the same method. You had the best class ever, don't be afraid to repeat it next day, and until they get stuck on their brain, right? Try with another language. I mean, no language, but
Language.
another way to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah, like, it's teaching K-pop though, especially, is one choreo every week. So there's no way that they're gonna get better with it. Like,
Mm,
you don't not going over, right? So my class is more than just uh teaching a choreography and coaching, how you say. At the moment, I can see them outside of the studio practicing again.
mm.
I can see them meeting with someone of new friends in the studio to practice in the street, practice in source in the mirror. Most of the students is practicing there, and it actually made me feel very like,
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
They're like
Like,
they're growing up, they're learning by themselves. Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to say it though. I feel like a jerk too, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's so good. It
Yeah.
feels so good.
No, it's true. It's true. I think teaching is one of the most rewarding things you can do because it's not just the, monetary whatever rewards, but when you see your students get better, when you see them loving dance and when you see them enjoying it and then they grow, there's no better feeling than that.
Not at all. No, there is. It's amazing. It's the best reward ever. It's more than the money, more than the fame that you can get, more than the reputation that you can get. Is the message. Like, I had a lot of message. I even cannot count it. They telling me like, "Thank you so much. I had a bad experience, and I really want to train better. And I've been taking more classes somewhere else, and I was afraid to tell you." And I was like, "Hey, I'm happy that
Yeah,
you're
I
taking
want you to take
more."
more
Yeah,
classes.
for
This is a good
real.
thing.
The one of my classes, he take a class in movie lifestyle. He was like, I subscribed to another studio because they were doing a program.
Mm,
After you taught, I was so encouraged to go over the same choreo like for a month, and I until I get it, I wanted to do it right. And like, I really inspire me. That thing, I even don't know what to say. I was just thank you, but it means a lot for me. Or some people like, I got so emotional on your class. The things that you say and you compare it to life. I also compare life with dance, so it actually released my tension, and I think I can make it. And she's not talking about dance; she's talking about her
your
life.
life, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing though.
Yeah.
Dance. Sorry, but dance
Yeah,
and life is connected
it
for me
is.
so
It's
much.
not separate, it's connected.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you want to switch topics?
sure.
All right. We'll talk on social anxiety. We'll see how this goes. We can always move it around and stuff.
Jeez.
So I know you mentioned like social anxiety is something that you struggle with, and I think a lot of us have the same, right? So
Yeah.
I want to hopefully we can take away something from this, and people can learn and hopefully get inspired or whatnot. I guess like so. I guess in general, how would you I don't know if this is the right question, but how would you describe your social anxiety, or where do you think it comes from?
Mm. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot. I'm a overthinker,
Yeah.
and like, I cannot sleep at nights because of that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not a professional in social anxiety. I had episodes of it. I never get into like psychology or psychologist
Yes. Yeah. Psychology.
because I'm scared.
Oh,
Honestly,
like a therapist or
therapist
oh
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
something. Yeah, to qualify what am I? What am I? Right? Because it comes just moments, right? Uh, but I got episodes that it was really hard for me, and it feels literally like everyone is watching at you though.
Mhm.
I know everyone is their own business. I've been trying to force myself to like, hey, they are doing their stuff. If they look angry, it's not because you. They're having their problems. But I still my head though.
Yeah.
I don't want to understand myself. I don't want to like believe on that. And my head still like But what if it's you, bro? What if they hate you?
Yeah.
What did you do last
Yeah.
night? I was on bed. I did nothing. But that's maybe because that I did nothing for them, and I still getting questions until the point like I'm the fault. I'm the person who is making the worst thing ever. And yeah, you hurt yourself a lot for the small things, and with this anxiety make you make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and lately you're carrying a snowball of a lot of tension, a lot of negativity, and start to being heavy. Your back feels my back feels so tight.
Mm.
I can barely walk sometimes. There were one episode when my blood pressure was so high, so I felt my blood going to my hands and start being itchy and scratch myself. But yeah, bro, shit.
Mm.
And I had to go out from the place because there were a lot of crowd people and start breathing, coming down. I didn't even want to talk to my girlfriend or someone because I didn't want to like disturb their mentality or problems. I even didn't want to share it because I was feeling worse if I share to somebody and they feeling that I don't want to like kill the party, right? And all the pressure gave me more and more and more. And yeah, what I did that night was like actually talking with myself in that moment with so much air and breathe and breathe and breathe and repeat in my head, "You're right. You did right. There's nothing that you cannot fix. You've been through a lot of stuff and you're still awake. You're still here. And yeah, you've been worse and yeah, you survived. There's nothing can stop your your strong." Yeah, that's repeating myself like once, two, 10 times until I can calm down and breathe and come back. I feel like uh it comes from so much social pressure lately. Now everybody exposed their own life. Everybody is under a camera. Everybody's being judged every day.
Mm.
You post a photo and you in your head are like, is this photo alright? Is this photo looks good? Is this photo like showing what I want to say? Like, who cares, right? You shouldn't care, but we do already. And everybody has the weapon,
Weapon. Yeah.
weapon to attack somebody,
Mm.
to say your opinion.
Right.
Even nobody cares, but you can say it. And even that you want to ignore it, is there though. So I feel like people, because they open themselves too much to people who doesn't know them, they be and being judged by them those make them question themselves a lot. What am I doing? Where am I going? Is this all right? Is this not? Is this good? Is this bad? And there is so much pressure on people, and especially for new kids, because yeah, this in this generation they have a phone before a, I don't know, a battle baseball or a ball, a football, something like that. Like, and that's scary. That's scary. It makes them so vulnerable to people. You open your child to millions, billions of hunters
Mm.
waiting for throw some hate,
Mhm.
and they question themselves. I'm the person who may deserve this, and there's I feel like anxiety. It's at least for me it was like that. I opened myself to so much friends, to so much people that I thought that they were my friends. I opened myself to with a hands with being uh, nice, I would say. Uh, and I don't know why, but they believe that they know about me, maybe, or I'm their friend, that they can say whatever about me.
Mm.
I was just being nice, right? And something happened. I did something wrong, maybe not, and they don't even thought about it. Just hear something and, oh, yeah, he's him. It's him. Don't look at him.
Mm.
Get out. Or worse of that, they because they want to feed on some group of friends. They don't want to talk to me because the group of friends doesn't talk. Or there's one in the group of friends and like, don't talk to him. Don't talk. The
Right.
fuck?
Right. Mm.
That hurts me. But yeah, it's too much. It gives so much weight on your shoulders. And yeah, I feel like it's just social media, though.
Yeah.
Well, not just that,
Not just that,
but
but I think I agree. It's social media is a big thing. Like I go back and forth every day between like I don't want to be on social media anymore because I know it doesn't make me feel good, even what I post, but also what I see. I just want to see what my friends are doing and, checking in their lives. But everything else on social media is meant to make you feel bad so that you can post more because people like the algorithms and the social media platforms, they want your attention. So therefore they want you to put out clickbait, good things that people want to look at, but it's not a healthy dynamic. So I go back and forth between that all the time too. And then like you said, the whole social dynamic with groups and everything, I think that's also a normal thing. I think we all think about that too. At least most people who care about what other people think. I think it's natural to do that. But then it's, yeah, sometimes you don't know who you can trust, and then they show their colors and then they throw you under the bus. They don't try to understand or talk to you or figure out what's going on. They're
Yeah.
just, oh nope, let's just cut off this person and not even talk to them. And
Yeah.
it's kind of toxic.
I guess that is the easiest solution,
Yeah.
but no for the person, not for the other person. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's unfair.
It's tough.
It feels unfair.
Yeah.
It really feels like what kind of people I'm around. But there's good things about it though. There's really good things. Like social open the doors for people to meet more
Meet
people,
more
right?
people. Yeah.
So you get into different groups and you get accepted supposedly. But some moments are fake.
Mm.
Then um when these bad things happen, they show the face that they are, like the real them. There's when you can choose. They deserve my time. Do they actually should care what they think about me? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even pay my bills. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
They don't.
their opinions don't pay my bills. Why should I care about that?
Yeah, there were one person that he actually heard how how she said it to me, and I still having her really top as a good dancer and everything. I really respect her. A good performer though. But the way that she talked to me was very disappointing for me, and she didn't know me in a way. We never talk sometimes,
Right.
and yeah, we had a good conversation, like funny conversation.
Yeah.
We laughed together, but we never getting to like meet each other. When she's telling me this stuff, it hurts me. I was like, what? Ah, I'm the worst person ever. And even didn't know what happened.
Yeah. You're like,
But
what?
yeah, what? And after I noticed that, like, I don't know her, I just let it go. Like I will see them. I'm probably gonna see them again. And that person, of course, ignore me and try to like show it. I don't know
Mm.
why. But okay, I don't care now. Like that's another spectrum. I heal myself and like okay, let it
Just
go.
let it go.
Just let it go. The it got better. Like nothing changed in my life. With or without her, nothing changed in my life. I still my opinions for me as a dancer, I feel like the art and the artist is completely
Oh,
different.
yes.
So whatever that she performs, I always gonna support. I'm gonna see it because I love to see it. Her person is off for me. Like because I don't need it. And I what did she show? It's just show me like it's so fragile friendship.
Mm.
I don't need fragile friendship. Yeah. So that's it though. It's like people cause people come, so you shouldn't care. You shouldn't care that much about what they think about you.
Yeah.
Right people comes and you're just gonna feel it and just keep it there.
Yeah. So I guess last thing on this topic is like, I mean, you touched upon like how to deal with it. It's kind of like try to detach, let it go, try to find the right people and whatnot, and their opinions don't pay your bills. Either what should people know about people who don't have social anxiety? What should they know about people who do? Or what are some best ways to deal with social anxiety?
It's so hard to speak as how someone wants. Me as when I've been there, even don't know how to help myself. There were one person, um, she was telling me, tell me, please, tell me how to help you when you have these situations. Tell me. And there is when I noticed it. I even don't know
Mm.
in my head. I didn't tell her that. Like, I don't know. I need to know better. Like, social people, anxiety people, uh, talk to yourself a lot. Identify how do you want to be treated? How do you want to feel people around you? Don't be shy to ask too much because people who loves you, they're gonna actually do it for you. And I noticed it that people who really love me, They were there and they were trying so many things. But because I'm in this situation, my head is not working. My head is just attacking people next to me. And for people who doesn't have this anxiety, be patient. Be patient and please put a shell in front of you and take this attacking. But remember that it's not a person.
It's not personal. Yeah.
It's not them. It's not they in that moment they are not being them. There's gonna be a moment after when he gonna be like, I'm sorry, and you will understand how it is. There's no there's no more solution than just actual feelings, throw feelings. Like once that I felt people cares me, I felt like I still having someone next to me, so I don't feel alone anymore. And that thing is really important. It's really important to have some backup, right? I lost 100 friends, but I have two that were always for me, and reach out to them every day or talk to them some once in a month. Release all my tension, and still doing that. So that's my solution. Of course, people has different ways,
Difference.
but talk, talk. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to show your mistakes. Share your problems with people, especially with those people who wants to listen. And even that they don't do anything, people with anxiety gonna feel better. Gonna feel like okay, probably you know the answer. You just don't want to believe it. You just want to see it. But when you talk about it, you overthink again, and you go over the solution, and the solution pass by 100 times. So there is gonna be 101 when you're gonna grab it and decide to do it. And those people who love you gonna support you. It's amazing. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing. I think it's good things to keep in mind. Just have armor, listen, be there for them, support them. Don't take it personally. But that's what you can do if you know someone with social anxiety. And if you have social anxiety, find people you can trust and just talk about it. I think that's like what you're saying. It's one of the best things you can do initially, at least, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You ready for rapid fire questions? Wrapping it up. Anything else on that topic?
No, no. For I just touching that anxiety
Yeah.
thing. Um, if you feel that someone is wrong, if someone is doing bad, text them.
Mm,
If you think that that person is your friend, text them. If you don't know how many people you can save.
mm,
Now, social media is a bad thing, but also open give you tools to reach out to people who need it. So don't be afraid to ask somebody of your friends, "Hey, how are you doing?" Because it heals. I wish I have the old. I had so many friends. Um, just two or three text me, "How you been?"
mm.
Ah,
Means a lot.
means a lot.
Yeah. It doesn't take much effort to just reach out. Worst case scenario, they're like, I'm good. Like, all right. But it could actually make a big difference.
It makes a big difference.
Cool. All right. Ready to switch it up?
Yeah.
Cool. So, rapid fire questions. This is the billboard question. So, if you could have a sign for millions of people to see, what would it say?
Don't forget about your soul. Do some art. Do some art.
Mm, I love that. Coming
Yeah.
from a true artist. Uh,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite failure or something challenging that you learned the most from?
Um, I did a lot of mistakes though, but I would say, um, it's 'cause it's a lot. There were a moment when I say something about somebody that I don't know her, but I just said it because some of my friends was getting close with her, and I don't know what is going on in my head that I just say it, and he talked to her, and she made a whole deal with it. But of course, it was something bad, and
Mm,
I hate myself because that I still having nightmares. Like I hurt somebody so bad
because of what you said.
because what I said. Oh, I regret. I regret. I learned a lot. I've been stupid so long for so long. So I think that's one of the big regrets. Oh well, I couldn't say bye to my parents correctly.
Oh,
That's something that actually is on my top.
yeah, yeah.
A hug is very important for me. That's why when I see someone that I really like, I hug them because I wanna. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna, never gonna see them anymore.
Yeah, the
But
last
they're
time.
gonna remember the last time they see me. I had them
Mm.
because I couldn't have my parents. I just say hi, bye.
Yeah.
After one block away, bye, dad. I come in next 3 months.
Mm. Oh,
It's been five
oh my
years.
God.
Oh, and
I feel it.
yeah,
Yeah. Say bye to people you love. Give them a hug. I love that. Well, we might have talked about this, but biggest regret, or if you could redo something from any time period, what would you redo?
the hug,
The hug. Okay, yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
hug.
definitely the hug. If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be now, or the best piece of advice you've ever heard?
I would say the best. I don't regret anything but when I was child because all the decisions was my own self.
Yeah, yeah.
So, or probably when I was more young, like listen to yourself. Um, the passion that you have, it has more than just passion. It's something super overpowered. Use that. Don't keep it like as a hobby. So you don't, you know that it's a lie. The best advice is listen to everybody. If it's like old, bad person, good people, or you learn something bad, or you learn something good, but you learn.
You learned, yeah.
Yeah. Or you don't repeat it or keep doing that. It's simple.
Mm, I like it, and that's what this show is for, guys. For my audience, it's to learn from everyone. That's why it's called 1,000 Gurus. Any habits or routines that you have that help you get your results that you have now? Like any practices or routines, strategies that you do,
um,
habits.
Trust yourself when it's about opportunities. Um, I repeat myself a lot. Um, you're strong. You're strong enough. You're strong enough. You're strong enough. The life hits a lot, hits hard, and my best routine ever is try to work in my self esteem and working my encouragement. So that's the best routine I have ever.
Mm,
I'm not a routine person either way, but that's what I always trying to do.
mm, I like it. So like self affirmation.
Mm.
Who would you call successful, or how do you define success? Any person comes to mind?
Oh, actual person like
Yeah,
in a life.
yeah.
Damn, I have no one on mind, but I will say successful for me means like you enjoy your life, you enjoy being alive, being well, you enjoy being alive, and you've been doing what you always wanted to do, and you are no uh, even that you can struggle with money, whatever. I don't care, but if that person has that big smile that I enjoy my life, that person is successful.
Mm,
It's really successful though.
I like it. Okay, if time and money weren't an obstacle, what would you be doing right now?
The same.
That's what I was about to be like. I think I know the answer to
There's
this.
no way that I change it. And yeah, I
Is it the
had the
same?
money,
Yeah,
and I had the money before.
yeah, yeah. Still the same.
Still the
The next question is probably the same thing, but I'll ask it. How do you spend most of your time?
same. No wonder. Okay, I have like my gamer side,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I like to be in my game situation, but I also dancing every day. So I'm in between both of them.
Between gaming and dancing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I wish. I wish. I lately I cannot even I barely touch my computer.
Mm.
I pay so much for nothing.
Yeah.
I need to come back to my computer.
Yeah, get your money's worth. I'm the same. I could play video games for days, but I don't play it because I have stuff to do. So,
Yeah, it's disgusting. Life,
uh,
out of life.
yeah. Last rapid fire. Do you have any favorite books, movies, videos, articles that you share or recommend? Basically, resources that you send to people to make inspire them, make them better, whatever.
This is gonna be funny. And I remember my girlfriend's father. He also asked me about it, and I they were talking about like Oppenheimer
Mm,
movies and really like deep and serious.
yeah.
I was like, I like Spirit.
You spirit. Wait, Spirit.
Yeah, it's the horse Spirit.
Wait, I don't. Is that a movie? That's a
Is
movie,
that a
right?
movie? Spirit.
What's it about?
It's a horse. who yeah he the movie star like he got bored like
Yeah.
he appeared in the life.
Yeah.
He loved his family. He
Yeah.
just lived in in the forest, and for some reason they got caught. Sorry, they got robbed or how to say
Like taken or
taken something like
abducted or something.
yeah there were some cowboys and they grabbed him
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because he wanted to save his family, so he pushed the
Oh,
family
it's
out.
animated.
It's animated.
Oh, okay. I think I remember. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
kind
watch it.
of.
I didn't watch it, but I think I've seen a trailer.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm gonna come back."
Mm.
He didn't say it, but you can perceive it. Bro. You can. They don't talk. They don't talk in the whole movie.
Oh.
He just you hear his background voice, right? His thoughts,
Mm.
and yeah, it's amazing how he's fighting for his life, even that he was like not eating for 3 days or
Mm.
something like that. I feel so related with that shit.
Mm.
Like he worked so hard to be like not dominated for nobody,
Yeah.
and he I ended up being like that. He has his rules in himself strong. I'm gonna come back. Nobody gonna dominate me,
Mm.
and I'm gonna be free. Boom. I think freedom is the best thing. That's why I have a big tattoo on my fucking back.
Mm.
Because remind me that the freedom comes from myself. And that's what I learned from that movie. Though.
Mm. I love it. Okay, I'll put it on my list. It sounds like a good movie. I can see why you resonate with it. I feel like I would too. Um, okay, cool. Let's go into the ending. So, I always like to end with gratitude.
Mm.
Something I learned from my mom. So, Yerson, what are you most grateful for, or what are you grateful for?
I'm really grateful for my parents. My dad showed me like doesn't matter how you can go through it. Doesn't matter what kind of job. Doesn't matter what you can do. You can do it. And my dad is the best person ever in like being working something all the time. And the teacher side is my mom. My mom was a teacher, and remember people comes to her and say like, "Thank you so much, Elsa." That's her name, because you, I didn't go this way, and I really appreciate it. Then people start crying in front of her. Like we're talking adults because my mom is already old.
Mm.
And thank you so much, Miss Elsa. And like, what?
Mm.
I was a kid, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's one of my students.
Mm.
And not once, three, four, five times. But now with her, and I know usually with her. Imagine.
Mm.
So yeah.
Nice. I can see how just knowing you, you are like a combination of your parents, in a good way. Final ask from the audience. Do you have anything else you want to ask from the audience, or any takeaways you want them to get from this conversation or learn from?
I wish like they can say or they can tell me uh when it was the last time that they made happy their inner child.
Mm.
When they decide to do something, not because you have something after, just because oh my child is wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your child wants to do the thing.
Yeah. A trip, dance class, whatever, right? When you satisfy your inner child.
Nice. I love that. Cool. Well, thank you. Where can we find you? Social media handles, websites, email, or whatever. I'll put links, but where can we find you if people want
Um
to reach out to you?
I just have Instagram right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put my work in YouTube, but it's just too much to do. And I don't want to put whatever.
Hmm.
I have TikTok. I don't use it, but I have TikTok. But most of it Instagram though.
Instagram. So
Yeah,
they can reach out to you at
yeah. I'm just such a
yerson.aa.
boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, AA Ochoa
AA.
is
Ochoa.
yeah.
So clever. Cool. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. So thank you again, Yerson, for being my guest. I really appreciate it. And for everyone else, thank you guys for tuning in. Reminder to be kinder to other people and especially yourself. And also that there's always something you can learn from someone else. You just have to listen. Just
Listen.
listen. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.